Um, Good evening, my people. Today, we dey teach our history. We will do am small. These things wey be say the Oba of Benin dey put lie for everywhere say na him get land from here to America. So the history go fit prove the Oba of Benin wrong. Say he was an aggressor, was an oppression. Because the evils wey take place during those years, we suppose to let our children know how gods of our ancestors they punish them. Yesterday, I tell now the history of Oba Ohen. May I look at many Oba. Yesterday we discussed many Obas. Where we first start yesterday, we stopped from the other day we first talk about the history of Oba Ewedo, 1255 AD. How Oba Ewedo take come to Giamie, and that palace where they build that palace puts. How this will not be me. I write this history. So somebody will not believe in education. That person must be an illiterate. You understand? As it will be remain illiterate until the day we will die. Because education, I make us wear this cloth why we are so today. Because this one are science. We get our history. Yoruba will get their own history. Hausa people will have their own history. We have history. Because if you go Robo land today, they're not going to teach their history. Because the reason they say anywhere you go for Nigeria, the history they're very difficult to teach. You know, say they get connection from that land where the Oba Benin is there today. Because anytime they try to teach their history, they will find out that they are from that place. Today, I am a man who God has blessed, and God Almighty continue to reward me in my good work. I will start with Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy that also I used that one to start. I am not a man who jealous people. I am a man who believe in the good work of God. Before we teach this history, I'll first of all start with Eddie Murphy. I'm a person who say I like people to be okay in life. That's what I stand for. I don't stand for corruption, to enrich myself. And even though everybody want that big they die, I don't stand for that one. My people, I could still remember what thing happened to Eddie Murphy, but Eddie Murphy today is happy. Me too. I want our people to be happy. But if him decides to use that chance against the son of a man, and the gods of our lands and the god of ancestors will destroy him and his Oba of Benin. Before we start about our history of Ewuare, many things happened during the time of Oba Ewuare, and the same things they happen today. Now the history of Oba Ewuare is the second I want to teach now. Oba Ewuare the first and the second now I want to teach today. Emma Hiatada. Ọmọ no na ya ugbo mai na egbovo nwa na o na-eme ya ma ehi. Ọmọ na ọ bụ nye ya me ya yidokwu. Solugba no ya gbono ya emi. Okemeke. Emi ya fe ni una. Ọkùnrin ni wọ́n materialize bẹ́ẹ̀ na ahwe or materialize. Kina miwe ima ya fe instruction. So no bana do ala village ma ya hin village man do hin otori mani. Kini ma pa gbewo Yaka my way oba. Went in a here, a would makere. Arioba, we can win yatini. Nayamoto. Of the Bobby to even self. Or we carry the people of the land along. So today I want to use this opportunity to teach some of our history. It goes since I did sleep since I go, I don't want get where I go since as I come back, I sleep. I will come out the night. So after I do the video the night now. But now night, now winch they do meet. Politicians now night they do meet. As many they talk, so all the politicians they meeting and they strategize. Now night, now people they do something. And what they do in the night is the best. That is if you see the companies that they work in the night. So today I want to reply to the Murphy. The Murphy, you know very well I take you as my brother. I don't have hatred towards you. It is you who want to use me. See, everything that is going on today happening to the Murphy. Don't wanna why. Iya mo iwani. Then obey IBAN need the account number IBAN. IBAN. Account Ewuare ọba British. Iya gbene ya fe iwe ba. Okay, then IBAN. When Ivano ọba ya gbe UK account. No na the first one I me wani. On end with 60 ya end your time. Ni mind this 0 080 ya end. IBN only Germany or time number go 16 even self or 14. TransferWise I had to the bank. Here the name you have a bank name. TransferWise I had the name of the bank. The information you have your address in your area. Domo. TransferWise is here at the two bank. TransferWise at the bank. The first one, the second one a UK account. You read money you have been magbo. Àbí ẹ̀gbọ́n yọ àbí máa gbọ́n yọ bàbá dọ́mọ̀sà ó ẹ̀kọ́ study kékeré ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ wàá rí bẹ̀rẹ̀ detail àti àdọ́mọ̀sà ó ẹ̀sẹ̀. Brothers and sisters, good evening. I want to talk about our history today. You know, some people they shame to know their history. All they want to know about Atokpe. They want to know about Atokpe. I think it is time we must tell our history. But before we start, I want first of all reply to Eddie Murphy. I help Eddie Murphy because I come out because of the oppression from the Oba of Benin. When I see the situation of Eddie Murphy, I stand before God Almighty today that I will still continue to help my people. Because God give long time for an evildoer to change. I believe Eddie Murphy will know that where he's going is driving towards. Oba Benin have nothing to offer you, Eddie Murphy. You are just fooling yourself. You are even close to governor or Shomole. It's better than you're close to Oba. You are just being fool. Because of me, Rudane, Oba Benin carry you. And I swear in the name of God, in the name of man, it was because of me that Eddie Murphy was invited to Oba Palace. I stand before God Almighty. Because Oba Benin was confused. Before Eddie Murphy was planning to join and start insulting the Oba Benin, I was in a good relationship with Eddie Murphy. We were talking. until when they call up Edimorphy. As they call Edimorphy, they tell Edimorphy, make Edimorphy switch to their side, because Edimorphy have followers also. Make it switch to their side. Say if he switch, they beg him. It was beg. They also beg me. They beg everybody for social media. They beg me. They use the Euro to beg me. You understand? But my own beg, I reject that their offer. My own beg was not accepted by our ancestors, because everybody sleep for one room. Everybody not fit carry head face one side. We are you work by everyone that but everybody not fit face one side. So people will face this side. So this side. So they are ashamed today, because when they see the way my begging thing happen, they were very, very scared. I don't want to tell the people watching me today, I swear in the name of God and in the name of mankind, I will remain good to the cause of our freedom. Even though you give you Hummer Jeep or give you how many $1 million naira, I will never sell my dignity for money. I will never do that. I will continue to remain strong and steadfast. The whole world are watching me. I am not a man who is ready to sell his birthright for money. I have my own supporters. I'm supposed to come out by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, but I don't come out because my program covers Delta States, Southeast, Ondo States, Ekiti States. Even my program covers up to Ghana. Because people want to know where they come from, how their history. Like the people of Agbo, Ika people, they want to know their history. They don't know their history. They want to know where their father come from. They want to know what transpired, what really happened. You see, what I'm doing today, many people are now realizing their mistake. The Oba Benin don't come out on social media every time anymore again. Because every time the Oba Benin needs to come out, Oba get swag, Oba get swag. When our sisters and our brothers are dying in Italy, dying in Libya, disease, some of them, because of the situation, they now decide to become gay, fucking from the yash, frustrated, and this thing have been on for many years. And our people decide to say about, this is very funny. So, Edimofi, I want to just reply to you before I continue. I want to say to you today that if you don't retrace your step, your end will be misery. You will die a shameful death in the hands of our gods, ancestor, that is the gods we serve. We are proud today to have where we come from. I am not from Oba descendants or lineage. I am an aboriginal. The word aborigine and the word indigenous means the people that live in the land, first people to have lived in that land, that is called aborigine. They didn't meet anybody. We did not meet anybody in our land. We are aborigine. We are indigenous. That is the reason why I come on today to even tell our people that we know truth, my brother. Listen, you have to know where you come from, and they are confusing you. Like the story I just taught people yesterday. They said that one Oba give birth to Rubu. How can Oba give birth to Rubu? Why? When you all know that Urubu means Zobos. Izobo means Izobo. Izobo means sacrifice. And I also make you to understand what happened. The reason why the Urubu people were used for human sacrifice was because they were opposed to the oppressions of the Oba Benin. And if they want to use them for human sacrifice, they don't use 5, they don't use 20, they use hundreds children. So you have already had bad history. You know why I'm not soon we're with that history, you will now realize that we were not one clan. We were not speaking one language. Oba did not give birth to Robo. Robo is not possible. Oba did not give birth to Robo. And I want to tell you another secret again. The Oba never have many children. Most of the time, the Oba never even have children. They were cursed. See, our land is a land of vaccination. I want to give you instance. The first Oba of Benin, Oba Ewuare, have almost about not less than 4 children. I want to start from the fourth Oba of Benin. The fourth Oba of Benin was having one child, one son. Upon 200 and something wives, none of the wives will have children for them. The history is very simple. They don't have many children. They don't have much children. How can a man who don't have only one son will give birth to Urubu? My friend, don't think that? And if actually the Oba of Benin give birth to Urubu, why was the Oba of Benin using them for human sacrifice? Can you use your children for human sacrifice? Can you even use any of your member of your family for human sacrifice? And call your children Zobos. S-O-B-O-S, Zobos. That is sacrifice. The name Robos means sacrifice. Zobos. Zobos, that is their names. So you should go and check it. It was not my ancestor that used the Yoruba people for sacrifice. The Yoruba people were having their homelands. Their ancestral home is called Owoton. Do you know what they now refer to Owoton? They now say that is a place where the spirits, when you die, you transit to heaven, to hell or heaven through their land, because they were killing them massively. You know, the most beautiful part of our history was we were having different ethnic group, different clans, different languages. It was very beautiful. That's why Oromia came. Oromia was in search of slaves. According to our history and Yoruba history, Oromia never succeeded. So, when Oromia was living, Oromia said, Ile Ibinu. Let me start from the first history of Ewuare. Sorry, I want to teach the history of Ewuare, but let me start from Ewuare. Not to be, if I'm mistaken, please you should correct me. About Ewuare the first, I just want to make it clear before I go to the history of Ewuare. About Ewuare the first, his name was called Adu. That Ewuare, it was a nickname. In the beginning, in our land, we were having Igodo, king. Igodo means key. And during this time, it was clan by clan. When this clan become king, the other clan, they were rotating it among the Robos, Ijo, Ika, Esako, what they call it, Ishan. We are rotating the Ogiso among. Sometimes the son will also take, when the son died, it's the week and that. They were rotating it. They didn't have one particular, say, oh, it is this particular one that will be Ogiso. It is this particular ethnic groups. That is why if you go to the history, go and look at the names of the Ogisos. When the name is from Orobo, you will see the names, the Orobo name. The Igbos also have their names among the Ogisos we have in those days. They were rotational. Selection of system leaderships in this, they were selecting it or votes. That's how we are living. So we now Oromia was a Yoruba man, an Ife prince. So those people who are saying they give birth to Oromia, they should go and think well. And that is not a part of our history. Nobody gave birth to Oromia. Oromia was the great-grandson of Oduduwa. In the history, Oromia was in search of slaves, and Oromia was a troublesome person. No, that is what is the man who want to, want to make name, when you grow. Oromia was a janjat, just like a giant, was very tall, a warlike, according to the Yoruba history. Oromia traveled to Benin, which is called Igodomigodo then, through the Ewuare River. Oromia was hearing about a kingdom called Igodomigodo City, and the kingdom was very prosperous. When Oromia was coming to Benin, the Ooni of Ife was not Oduduwa. That is the number one place you should confront those liars. The Ooni of Ife, his name was not Oduduwa. Oduduwa is the first Ooni of Ife. When Oromia was coming, he arrived at Udo in Ewuare River. When he arrived at Udo, in our history says the ferrymen attacked Oromia. It was a very serious fight. Oromia came with Ifa, a lot of spiritualists, and what do you call them? Oromia came also with his own brother, born of the same father. They came to Benin. When they came to Udo, a place called Udo, the Ijos were the ferrymen who confronted the Ijos and the Robos, who were called the ferrymen who confronted Oromia. There was a serious fight. The king of Ijo then was called Akpanigiakon, It's an Ijo man. In Udo, not king of Ijo. The king of Udo was called Akpanigiakon. If you look at Akpanigiakon, we can just forge the meaning for him. That is not, don't have the meaning. Maybe you can go and look for the real meaning. Akpanigiakon must have a name. Must have meaning in a Ijo word or one of all those ethnic groups. Not the way we think. The man, a group of others, confronted Oromia. If Oromia was a son of our king, why must we confront them? Why must he bring warriors, fighters to our land to fight us? Can we go and invite his son for our king, and when he's coming, then we start fighting and people will die, start dying? When Oromia arrived at Udo, Oromia was the first man to have brought horse to Igodomigodo land. These are some of the things he used in enticing some of our people. When the war was on, I think our Ijo brothers in Udo, you will understand what I'm saying is true. The war was on. Oromia was very powerful to the extent he penetrates through Udo and move. And if you look at the place in Benin, you will confirm what I'm saying is 100% truth. Siloko Road is where all these events took place. Oromia came through the Ewuare River. People were saying that, they moved through, what do you call it in English? It was land. They used 8 ways to go to Ife. Do you have bulldozer to bulldozer road and go through lands? No. It was river. If you think, during the Biafra wars, during the civil war, the Nigeria civil war, you see the federal troops were going through the river to attack the Biafran soldiers. Because through the river is the easiest way to access those communities. Because people, the livelihood of people are very close to the rivers. That is how the federal government were able to dislodge Biafra with the support of the British and Americans. In those days, Oromia traveled all the way from Ife. When he was coming, he stopped at he came through Ose River. You know how That river is coming from up. The river is from up, coming towards the south. He arrived at Udo. If you look at Siloko Road, there's a road called Siloko Road. When you go through that road in Benin City now, we go through Oba Market Road, you are going to Siloko Road. From Siloko Road, you will see Olia House. If you go front, if you just enter Siloko Road, you will see Uzama Palace. That's Oromia Palace. When you pass Oromia Palace, you will see Olia Palace. Edohen Palace is by the other side. Those people who plant cook, they live around those areas. When you go further, you will see Ego, where Eyimide father lives. When you go more, you see Use. Use, where Oromia first lived, the palace of Oromia, another palace. They will move from Use. You are not going to Ovia River. When you just see that road is going to Ovia River. When Oromia arrive at Udo, after serious fights, he penetrates Udo and move inwards. He arrived at Use. They build a camp in Use. That is when Oba Benin want to become Oba, he have to go and fulfill the rights of his father. You know, this is history. Oromia was there in Use. From there, he strike the Osanego. There is a Nugi of Ego. When he strike Enogi of Ego, the wife of Enogi of Ego, the children, the families, they were all captured as a prisoner of war. Then Oromia move inwards, go inside, move inside. Because Benin City was surrounded by moats. There was never a time Arwan dig any moats. This is fake and it will never be. It's a lie. So he moved. When Oromia moved, then Ogego was now confused. Their family have been captured by Oromio, and the Oromia fighters were very bold and very strong. When they move inwards, them Olia, it's not Olia, I have a name. I could not remember. I think the family of Olia will call me. I want you to call me and tell me your father's names, your ancestor's name. Your ancestor's name is not Olia. The real Olia is from the Ogiame family. Then he moved. Then he wreaked havoc. Oromia wreaked havoc in those Siloko roads. Captured a lot of slaves. Women, children, they captured. Then the king we have in our land that time was called Ogiso Iribo. According to history, some people say it's an Ijo man. Some people say it comes from the Ijo ethnic group. That's why the Oba Benin is classified the Ogiame as an Ijo. Because according to what I learned, that they zone it when the Ishan people make Ogiso king, Ogiso, then the Igbo people also bring. That is, it was after these people will take, they were not having as a blue blood like this, or one family will just take it forever and ever. The Ogiso sometimes with the children, sometimes it switch, they change it. Depends how the power stay, just like politics. You can do second, third term, depends how. That is how they will do ruling that time. Then what do you call this man? Oromio was very intelligent and with charms. He tried his best. He arrived at Siloko Road by Travis Christian College, that junction. From that junction to the moat, it's about 2 minutes. No, 1 minute or 2 minutes with foot. And the moat is very deep. And across the moat is where our king live. So instead of the Ogegos, the Olia, the Dohen, these betrayers, to stand by our king to defeat Oromia and push Oromia back, they decide to reach an agreement with Oromio and accept Oromio to fight against our king so that they can benefit and rule. So during this process, Oromia decided to stay in Uzama Palace. Not Uzama, it's called Use. This area Oromia live. Oromia was trying to see if he can be able to capture the king, our king. It was very difficult for him to capture the king because the people from Orion local governments, the defense of our people was from Sobomba roads. Not, this is called Utantan roads. Defense was coming from Ibobahi. Different people were coming, regrouping from Orion to dislodge Oromio, to defend their city against from invaders. So Oromia stayed in Benin, not in Benin city, outskirts of the Benin. He stayed here. He tried to create an administration. But according to the history, they migrated from Mecca because they were civilized people. So he tried all his best to rule. He was ruling. Oromia was a ruler in that place called Use. He built palace, he bring horsemen, he bring different fine things. They brought different things they brought from Ile-Ife. So on a very good day, when Oromia was ruling, the people who were under Oromia will also go to our king and tell our king that Oromia is trying to attack you on so time like this. Our king will reinforce and dislodge Oromia. There was a time Oromia moved inward to capture our king. Our king is called Ogiso Irebo. He crossed the moats and entered into the city where the king lives. And where our king lived was Subomba Roads. It's not Subomba Roads. That road is called Utantan Roads. That is where the king lived. He went towards that road with force. And Oromia was defeated at a place called Onweru. Very close to the palace of our king. This is the real version of our history. Oromia moved towards the king to capture our king with the support of Olia, Idonhe, these criminals. Not criminals, these betrayers. They're not criminals, betrayers. They moved to capture our king. And it is very close to the house of the palace of the king. Forces came out from different places and fight Oromia. Many of Oromia fighters were killed at Uneru battle. This place still exists close to what do you call this primary school today? Uwa Primary School. You see, Uwa Primary School. They will change that name tomorrow to Oba Hamaye or Oba Dalagbonji. They will start changing this name to Oba. Because those names is called, you see that name is Uwa. Uneru. They were defeated and they were pushed back out from the city. They pushed them out and they retreat to Zama. And during these fights, the younger brother to our king, the immediate younger brother, the name is called Ode, was killed. Ode was killed. That Ode his title is called Ulia. This time I'm talking about now, Oba Benin doesn't have anything like Oziase, Ulia, doing those things never exist. Ulia was killed and they have a music. Even Saramori used the music to sing. So one of our musicians in Benin sing it. Maybe because of that one, the Oba of Benin will get angry. Anytime you try to go to our history, the Oba of Benin is very scared. He'd want us to remain slave to him for our generation. They sing the music. When Oromia entered into our city, he crossed the moats and he go close to capture our Oba. You know, so our king. When you capture the king, that means you have captured the land. Oromia tried, but Oromia was pushed back. Many of their fighters from Ile-Ife were killed. And the immediate brother of our king is called Ode, which is only Ode, was killed at Ekiokpawa, which is St. Matthew. Was bloodied, was killed there. Then when our people heard that the brother of the king was killed, people went into tears, started retrooping from different angles, trying to capture Oromia. Oromia was very strong. Oromia retreats to Uzama with charms. And during this process, they have a music. Ewa, ewa, ma, ude, ude, ewa, ma, ude, ude, ewa, ma, ude. They were singing that, where is Ude? Where is Ude? Our brother. Let the ancestor, the spirits, show us Ude. Because of the death of Ude, the immediate brother to the king, the people rise up, fight Oromia. Oromia was pushed out from the city, and Oromia retreats to a place called Uzama. Oromia was there trying to establish a government administration to rule all those people he have captured. Then these people will be bringing information to Ogiamie. You know, this Ogiamie, the name is not called Ogiamie. His name is called Eribo, Ogisu Eribo. His name was called Eribo. His name is never called Ogiamie. When this was going on, he was telling the people, support me. Ogiamie. If you go to Ishan land today, you see have Ojime. They call it Ogiame, Ojime. They call it Ojime in Ishan language. If you go to Isako, they say have that name, Ojime. I am Yoba. The Ishan people are they can testify to you. They have that name. I am Yoba. I am Yoba. There's no Oba. Oje is king. We don't have Oba. As a sign of protest, the people push Oromia out of our city, and Oromia wanted to carve his own Olia of the name was not Olia. They have a name. I will try and check the history, the name of that very man, and the other one is called Idonhe. So these people see that they were happy for the king to be killed so that they can take over, but the king warriors defeated Oromia and pushed Oromia out of the city. So Oromia said now he wanted to rule the place he have captured. Anytime Oromia make plan to go and take over our king, people will go and tell our king. They go and tell our king the Oromia is planning, he want to come, so time he want to come, our king will prepare. Anytime Oromia come, he will be defeated. Because of this, Oromia has gather the people, the place he was ruling. He was ruling Siloko Road. Oromia was ruling a quarter from Siloko Road to sea, to those areas, to the Ewuare River. That was the place Oromia was ruling. So Selu local government, I don't know. Ego local government, that is place where Oromia was ruling. He was ruling a local government. Then he find it difficult to rule these people. He said, he gathered them. He said, he want to address them today because he have been ruling them. Not ruling us. He was ruling a local government called Use, or a local government. He said, today I want to speak to them and tell them what they have in his minds. When Oromia was addressing the people, a branch of a tree called Oha. Oha is I don't know what they call the tree in English. That big tree, the same which fly out, I don't know. What did they call the tree break branch. The branch fall. The branch fell on the people. Hundreds of the people who were with Oromia, those our people who betrayed our ancestors, were killed. I think you see the land is angry. The land is take blood, destroy them. When they die, Oromia, see all these things. Oromia is a spiritualist. It's a strong spiritualist. Oromia see the death everywhere. Oromia say, ilẹ̀ ìbínú, ilẹ̀ ìbínú o. Oromia say this land forbids foreigners to rule over them. When I listen, Oromia say the land forbids foreigners to rule over them. So therefore, he cannot rule these people. Oromia carry captives. If you go fight war, you must carry presents, which you go fight, go back. Oromia pack the children of Ogego, Emide, and the slaves when pack, many slaves, put them for inside ferry. They move. As they go for roads, Oromia brother, Ewuare, I think the people of Fusen should ask the name of the region. They call it the Ewuare of Fusen, but they have the regional names. It can be Ademola or I don't know the Yoruba name. The Ewuare of Fusen, which is a senior brother to Oromia. There's a place called Usen where the former governor of Edo State mother come from. It's Usen. When Oromia was going back, his elder brother said, no, I will not go back with you. What am I going to do there? Let me take some of the slaves we have fought for. I want to take my own share of the slave and found my own kingdom. The Usen people you see today, they are a combination of Aborigines and a combination of Oduduwa. He decided to stop at Usen and left his eldest brother. If Oba Benin want to become Oba, he must go to Usen and perform the necessary rites. That is how it happened in Usen, where they have a Usen Polytechnic, or I don't know what they call this school, very close to Okada. And if you cross Ewuare River, the river separated Usen from Okada, then you will find out. It's very easy for you to know what I'm saying is not lie, it's truth. It was that Ewuare River that Usen is along the Ewuare River, is just by the side of the Ewuare River. He stopped, and Oromia went further and stopped somewhere like on one side again. He was waiting for his brother to die before he can become the Oni. So there was never a time Oduduwa was Oba sent Oromia to come. The history says the name of the Oni, I will bring the name out, but not now, and I will check the name and teach you about the name again. It was Oni of Ife, another Oni, not Oduduwa. Oduduwa was dead 400 years before the coming of Oromia. Oromia was his son, predict that there will be a son, there will be one of their sons who will come, who will be bold, who will fight many wars. It was a prophecy. Oromia was a prophecy child that will come. Oromia was not, don't even know Oduduwa. Oromia never see Oduduwa. You understand? So that is how it happened. Then Oromia left and fought another war. He went to Nupe in Niger State. He wanted to fight the Nupe people. The Nupe people agreed with Oromia. They said they don't want fights. They want to cooperate with Oromia. Oromia was a warrior, so they give Oromia their slaves and give wife to Oromia. Oromia also go to another place around Kogi and have a child there. Anywhere Oromia go, Oromia was have a child to expand their kingdom. And you know the warriors like women. Oromia again with women. They also went to Ile, what do you call it, or Orun Oyo, what do you call, not Orun Oyo, what do you call this place? Ile Oyo. or Oyo Ile. There's Oyo Ile is Oyo State. To find that place called Oyo Ile, where he have his son and place his son. That's why they said Alaafin of Oyo is the next in command after Ooni of Ife. So when he left Oyo, he became the Ooni. Just look, I will get it clear. When he left Oyo, he became the Ooni of Ife. When Oromia was Ooni in Ife, there was never a time we went to Ile Ife and meet Oduduwa. These people, they don't know where they are bringing this fact from. This is all fake. Because the people who you should ask the Oba Benin, where is he getting that fact from, that fiction from? It's you that would say who is your father, or your father will tell you who is him. So he tried. So after this time, or what do you call it, Olia and Idoen and those people who rebel against their own king. You know, everywhere there always be a rebellion against king. When people rebel against you, you don't kill them, you can sanction them. Our king, we don't have the spirit of killings. Up till tomorrow, we don't love killings. We don't enjoy killings. That's we always love to embrace religion that does not practice killings, like the Igbos, the Yorubas, and the Jaws. They don't like killing. They are very peace-loving people. You understand? So this applies to the Ondo people, but we are exposed to human sacrifice. So now, when Oromia was in Ife as the Ooni, it was not Oduduwa. It was Oromiyo. They met. The Mulia, Idoen, and those rebels who Oromia took their wives, their children, and everything as slaves to Ile-Ife. Nobody questioned the captain of war. Oromia captured them and Oromia take them to Ile-Ife. So Ogego was weak. He doesn't know what to do. That his children and his wives were captured as slaves to Ile-Ife. They were all tired. They now come together, they hold a meeting together. They said they want to go and look for their loved ones. If Oromia can allow their loved one to come back. They went to Ile-Ife. And they met Oromia, not Oduduwa. When they met Oromia, they told Oromia that they have come to beg for their children to be returned to them. They were begging Oromia. Oromia told them that they call Ado, one of their what is it called, the daughter of Ogego, the Duke of Ego. He called the son he have with one of their daughters. Call him. That one is called Ado. He said he is going to give them this son, Ado, and they have to promise him that this child will be taken good care of, because him as a spiritualist, he knows that land forbids foreigner from ruling over them. These people say, no problem, we'll take off them. So they should give them their slaves, some of their brothers and sisters. Oromia now give them conditions that before I will give you some of your children, you have to put according to lies on his head. If the lies can stay like 3 months, if the lies stay for the head for 3 months, they should come back. They can keep the lies for 3 months. And after 3 months, they went back to Ife and they checked there was lies in their head, lies that move around. When Oromia accepted to give his son Ado, which they call Edo, Oromia told them, sorry, 1 second. Thank you. Oromia told them I will not give you this my son, like that. Oromia call Ifa. Ifa is a, what do you call it in Yoruba? It's a spiritualist. He called Ifa to protect his son. Not one Ifa, a group of Ifa, headed by one Ifa, to go with his son. He called Oni Edigin. Anybody's from Oni family in Benin. Oni Edigin. We don't know how to call the name very well. I think the Oni family know what their father, the real names. But we don't know how to call the Yoruba name. He said, oh, you go with my son, Adu. The name of his son is called Adu, not Edu. Adu. Then he sent Eru. Eru, we don't know how to call the Yoruba name. We just say it with our own tongue, Eru. He's a Yoruba man. He called Ifa, Eru, Ihama, another Ihama, and a group of Yorubas, warriors. They were strong spiritualists to protect his son, to make sure that his son succeed to become a king with different type of charms. Then they really came to Benin, not Benin, sorry, that place called Use in a local government. They went there, they kept that son in the palace where his father was living before. And let me read again and explain something to you. This place say on Oromia, or say on Oromia way back to Ile-Ife. Oromia halted at a place called Ura, Na Oha, in the northwest of Benin division, where the Benin this place I never write down, where the Benin went to him for when the Benin went for him for official decision in the matter for a period of 3 years. And on one occasion, I've already talked this place past. On Oromia, way back to Ile-Ife, he stayed in a place called Oha, where those people where he was ruling went to meet him for a personal decision. As they were waiting, that branch break on them, and the land, our ancestors killed many of them, those people who were traitors. So there is something I want to also read here. Oromia also. Oromia also added a place called Oba. Oba. I don't know this place, so maybe the people of Onwa should know this place. People who come from Onwa. See, may I read the place, come out. See, Oromia also halted at a place called Oba and remained there for over 2 years before leaving for Ile-Ife finally. He did this in order to allow some time for the growth of his son, Ewuare the first, to grow, to become, before going to Ile-Ife. So that he, so I don't read that place. May I check the Ewuare the first one. This one back. See Ewuare the first history. I never talk this place. Sorry, I never talk this place. Oromia give a command from Ife. There was a command given from Ile Ife. Oromia give command to those warriors. Say before they will crown Ado the king, the Oba of Ile Ibinu, they must kill the father. What do you call him? The father. The father, that is the father that gave birth to his mother. Say they must kill him. He must die. Say king can never have father. But Oromia was alive, so they don't kill Oromia. They kill Ogigo. Ogigo will betray. They kill him before his son become Oba for Benin. Yeah, I see it down again. Wait, I read more. I know all this place. I just explain that to now. Sorry. As they put Ewuare as the king for Ile Ibinu, so Ewuare can say, if you forget, that is the first son of that is the son of Emide. Emide was the daughter of Ogego. Ogego was a duke. So as they can install Oba Ewuare the first as the first Oba of Ile Ibinu. It was not an Oba. So let me I not mistaken. When they go bring her come from Ile Ife, and they bring her come there, their family come, they happy say they see some of their children who they lost, so they teach them go see again. All of them call they happy. Oh, see their family, see their family. You know that with that joy, people were happy. Oh, after this war, so they see if collect some of their children, they were happy. So, and they see different charms, charm men, spiritually, so they sent, come in, the guide Ewuare. Ewuare was protected like the son of the president, because the father was in Uhe, which is called Ile Ife. Ife. We don't know how to call it in our language. We call it Uhe. It's Ife. So they come bring out marbles. Marble, that is, you know how they play marbles in a few ahwe. As they bring Ado come, as they bring Oba son come, what they call them, Oromia son they carry come was called Ado, where they bring and come. You know they hear our language. Now only Yoruba, now they hear, they really hear our language at all the language they speak. In the look us. If we speak our language, you will look us, because they hear our language. And they come bring mambo, come make it play. As you just play the mambo, say Owomika, my hand meet him. I will your rise up, say Ewuare. They call him Ewuare. It was the first Ewuare or by Ewuare of Ile Ibinu. The place where his father captured is called, that place they call him Ile Ibinu, which is Ego. The original name is Ego, which the name we Oromia claim him to be is called Ile Ibinu. When they can install him as Oba, it can't say will forget those people will come meet him father, make him father bring him, come make him as king of Ile Ibinu. He praised them very well. He thanked them very well. He can't give them title. He can't call one Idohen of Ile Ibinu. He can't call the other one Ulia of Ile Ibinu. He can't call the other one. There be 5. He can't give them position. He can't still give Eru. That one we Papa sent follow and come. Now they are family brother from Oduduwa family, direct descendant from Oduduwa. Eru. That's why you see Eru family today. They have a lot of favor from the Yoruba. They have rich Eru. You see these Eru people, they are not from our lineage. So that is the cause. It will be very difficult before the cause will feel they worry them, because na dem be the aggressors, you no understand. So na dem dey rule, is closest to the Oba, Eru. That was those days. He make Eru out of the 5 chiefs, I mean 4 chiefs wey appoint, 2 na Yoruba, 3 na im own people. Na 5 na he appoint. Come make cabinets, then he come expand in palace for Use. Then all those people wey appoint, all of them get their own place where they coordinate. Oba of Benin get Use. Then they call it that one. Olia get Olia. Edon get Edon. What they call like Kenwan Road, all those areas. Everybody get in own place. There was never a time Oba Benin was ruling from Benin to Lagos, from Benin to America. All those things still start. I try to explain it to our people, make them understand. And so Oba Benin to sit down for there. And when the Oba Benin want die, by Weka, when he want die, he can't make law. He can't gather the whole chief for those chief when he appoint for Ile Benin side. Because Ogiame dey on the own side, in dey on the own side. He say if in die, on whatsoever they bury him. Make me read that place out. I make I read that out. No, na see am. There, page 11. At the death of Oba Ewuare the first, he left a strong order that his remains must be taken to Ile-Ife and buried along with his father Oromiyan. I see. You know what he talk for there now? He say, if he die, may they never bury him for Benin. Say they must carry him dead body to Ile-Ife, go bury. So when he died, then the first Oba of Benin was never buried in Benin. I repeat again, the first Oba of Benin was never buried in Benin. They can't carry the dead body, put am for fire. I don't know, say they dry animal. They can't dry am. Like the dry animal. They can't put Oba, put am for those mats, wrap am, dry am, so that make it no spoil. Then they can't carry am, wrap am well. Trek from here, from that place to Ewuare River, e no even reach like 30 minutes for trekking. Because river, you need to trek, you can just put canoe for there. They do one like this. They do one like this. If where you see rich, you see sit down and say, go come out bush, see eat, make food, all these things. And pour those food to the bush where they chop. Put food for inside the canoe, see they move, they go until they reach it. You know, if they don't pass 2 days, they come out to the next tomorrow, they don't reach Ife. And they will see sleep for road, they will see relax. Because the river is so very close, it's the easiest way to access everywhere, very close. And so they tell reach Ile-Ife. When they reach Ile-Ife, I don't know the Oni we did that time. The Oni, you say Ife is organized. As they reach Ile-Ife, they see their son don't die. They can say Oromiyan build one place for Ile-Ife. They call the place Orun Oba Ado. Ado na be the name of Ewuare. They don't know him as Ewuare for Yoruba land. The name wey they know am to be is Ado. They can't carry and go the place. Oromiyan na he create that place down before Oromiyan die. Say this place, and there they will bury. Sorry. They say, or before Oromiyan die, Oromiyan a great place we create. Say now this very place, now they will bury all those Oba from Benin put. They know they call them Benin, they call them Ado. They can't create that place. Now they carry Oba Ewuare the first. Go. They bury him. So when the second Oba come, the name of the second Oba, make I call you the name of the second Oba. The second Oba was called Ewuare. I don't sabi call all those names. Ewuare, Ewuare, and Ehemihe. Their name na Ewuare and Ehemihe. All those names we no sabi call am well. Na they pronounce am wrong. Na only Yoruba people go fit help us pronounce am well, because all those secret dey our palace. Oba Benin know all those things, but they hide them from us. You see, and all these things now make me come and say, me I go dey talk our history. Make I dey explain am the way some people go think understand am. Now, so the second Oba die. Now if people come talk say no, make dem no dey bring the dead body dey come. Say the thing dey na stress. Make they remove only the heads. Only the heads they come, only the head of the Oba. So the second Oba of Benin was buried in Use. Was not buried in that palace. Then they have their culture from Ile-Ife that if Oba die, they should use human being to bury him. So the remain of Ewuare, sorry, I call the name well. Ewuare and the Ehemihe. The remain of Ewuare and Ehemihe, or by Ewuare and Ehemihe. This is not our language name, because I cannot pronounce those names. It's a Yoruba word of which we don't know how to say it very good. These people head were removed to Ile-Ife. Up till tomorrow, the place is still there in Ile-Ife. It's called Orun. Orun means heaven or resting place. Orun Oba Ado. These are the resting place for the children of Oba Ado, the children of Ado. And so they take carry Oba of Benin go that place. So when the second Oba die, they use many human beings to do burial for them. Those small children, you know, as they be, pack them for inside ground, bury them. 200 for ground, 200 for up. When they ask, say, how those people take they reach 200? Oba Benin is expected to marry 200 wives, 207 wives, sorry. It's long time these people have been enslaving our women, and as they see our women, see they come out today, see they talk, say, Oba talk by him. It's a shame on your part. And at the end of the day, that was a resting place, Orun Oba Ado. So that is how Eweka the first they go place for that place. So the rest, and their head they can carry. They will use 200 of his wives. Those days, our land na Ile-Ibinu, na the land be the verse. So you know, typically they talk all these things, eh? They know they born many children, even though they marry 400 wives. At the end of the day, sometimes they will born only one child. Sometimes they will born two. Upon those women, none of them they born. I'm gonna go check on our history where those wives whoever they marry, they know they born. Our land, they angry. You know, see about Benin now. He marry 5 wives. Out of the 5 wives we marry, eh? Now let me say plus he marry a 6. The first wife born 4. Ipapa born 2. Imarabe born 2. 8 children, abi. And that one will die. When key, what did they call him? Egbe Aduwa. That one born 1. That is 9 children. This one I be say documented children. When say document now, person at 21st century. And the wives we marry. And the children born for outside, say no recognize this one. And not be this first son, I be the first son. Another one say they will be the first son. We are not interested about the first son, but I have to tell our history. So most of those time, those people they know they born. So you don't make me talk this story just now, so that make people know how Oromia take come. We did the talk say now Oromia, na he born Oba. No, sorry, they say now Oromia na Ogiso born. These people are very foolish people. Instead of liars, na they build. So make I go straight to after these three Oba don reign comot, they come see Oba Ewedo. Oba Ewedo na be the fourth Oba, and im father born only him one. The name of the father is called Ihemihe. Na only one child na he born, and the name of the child is called Ewedo. And they say upon the many wives wey dey marry, they no dey born. So our God, the gods of our land is very powerful. You see, the name of our land is called Idodo. Key. That is the name of our land, Key. They change the name very fast, change it to another name. Then Oba Ewedo have 3 sons. Oba Ewedo have 3 sons. The name of the son of Oba Ewedo is called Ogwola, Edoni, and Udegbedo. Oba Ewedo have 3 children. The name of the children upon the wives wey they marry now. Now 3 children they get. So Edoni, then the other Oba wey they call Udegbedo have 4 children. Udegbedo have 4 children. These 4 children, none of them born pikin. God punish them, and our ancestors swear for them. One of the list, the first Oba, Ohen. The other one they call him Igbika. That one be under that time now will run. I repeat, Igbika no get pikin. Na Oba. Urubiru, he not born. Uwaifiokun, he not born. Na only Ewuare na he born. I think to see what happen for there. They not dey born because they dey under course. You see, these people, they are the problem we are facing. You see, they wait now. We say between now to the January next year, we see blood again, killings. See, if not be me where they come out, come they tackle the Oba of Benin. The more I swear in the name of God, I swear with my life, the more the blood of our aborigine they flow for that land, the more the Oba of Benin they get influence, the more people they love her, the more. Without we know they die, our blood not the shed for that land. Because if there is a peace in our land, Oba of Benin will be removed. I'm a spiritualist. I will not lie to you. The more we they die, the more the Oba of Benin they benefit. So we want to talk. If you see the family of this Oba now, Oba Urubiru and Uwafiokun, Egbeka, they don't get children. Egbeka die, his brother take. His brother die, they don't want to take. Now so they die. The devil. They don't born. I don't understand so. They know they born. They be demon. God not let them born. Hello?
Okay, so
Sister me.
God will continue to bless you for speaking the truth every time, every day.
Okay.
Those 3 names you just call, I want the whole world to know. There is really a street called Ogwola.
Yes.
When you are going, when you start from Olia Market, you will pass Sloko Road, Sloko Junction. After Sloko Junction, you will see Ogwola. Yes. Ogwola Junction is close to St. Anthony's Lodge.
Yes.
You are very correct.
Ogwola never have child. It was childless. You see?
Yeah, then they gave
childless.
It a name.
Yeah, they
gave it a name, Ogwola Street.
And that Ogwola, the real name is not Ogwola. The name is Ogumola. The real name in Yoruba word is called Ogumola.
They turn it to Ogwola.
They turn it to Ogwola because we don't know how to speak the language. The name is called Oba Ogumola. They turn the name to Ogwola. There was one Oba called Oba Oluwa. They turned the name to Oluwa. We don't know how to call them names.
There is also a primary school. Ogiso.
Yes.
You will live long for us. There is also a primary school. The name after that name, Oluwa Primary School.
Yes, Oluwa.
You are very, very correct, Ogiso.
All these things are in Uselu or local government area. That is where Oromia do it. That is where they do it. It was Ogiamie who allowed these things to happen to us today. He never knew. He wanted to help. That's why when you are helping people today, you have to be very careful of the help you give to people.
You help.
This help now it can turn to disaster for our generation. Today, you see what is going on in what do you call it, government house and Oshomole. Oba Benin is the one who created this problem.
Yeah, he wants us to flow.
After
the more they are getting, the more people are dying, the more their power increase in the spiritual realm.
Yes, the more
it's a simple mathematics.
The more the blood, you know, when you use human being for sacrifice, that thing must surely react.
Their charm is very strong.
Reacts. You understand?
The moment any person dies.
Yeah, because that blood of that persons that dies have another way of reacting. It can react in a different forms. You see what I'm trying to explain now is, you see the way those people reign and the deaths and how God punished them. You can see Oba Urubiru never have child. Oba Egbeka, that one that killed many of the Rubos and they ran away, that called the Rubu people Zobos. He was childless. Oba Uwaifiokun never have child. Oba Ewuare, that is the story I want to talk now, because these people are evil, satanic in nature. You see what is going on in Benin now today. Oba Benin recruited some recalcitrants, people like Oba Lukmai, Stainless, and to support Obaseki. And he also recruited people like the Tony Kabaka and his allies to support Oshomole. Now, you know what Oba Benin is doing now? The Oba Benin is watching me. That man is a smart man. You know, Oba Benin know very well I'm a spiritualist. He wants to play neutral. Neutral, when Oshomole win, he will run to go and congratulate Oshomole's side. When Obaseki's side win, he will just rush to go and say, yes, I say you will win. Ah, my excellency, my excellency. He will play along with them. Because he watched me. Yes. He watched me. And I want to tell you something today is that since this time I have started exposing the evil atrocity of the Oba. Do you see killings reducing in our states? And the killing
is reducing.
The killing is now happening in Oba Palace. It's happening around his families and around his allies. The death, like that policeman who they killed, the name of that policeman is called Lucky Ebu from Anambra State. Up till now, ITV not shown. NTA not shown.
Yeah, you have already bribed his way for them not to show it. Okay, so
do you know?
Another point again, I want the whole world also to know. You see that name you call Zobo, that they call
Zobos.
the Orobo people. Yes. It's really, really true, because anytime they want to kill goats in the junction, they will say Zobo.
Yes, Zobos. In those days, they don't. In those days, they don't use goats. They use.
God will continue to guide and protect you. Okay? So God will continue to guide and protect you, you and your household. Any person that plan evil against you, they are going to use their head to pay it.
So,
no weapon fashioned against you, okay? So they shall never prosper, never.
You know why I come to? You know why they come out? They come and teach the history, because those people they talk say this one and this one. Oba na God, na Oba get Yoruba land, na Oba get Igbo land, na Oba get na born Yoruba people, na he can cause Ishan language. You know, na all these things na lie. These things not the history.
No, they are lying. Yoruba land started from Ugoton. Even when I went home, 2011, I myself went to Ugoton to view everywhere.
If you go those areas, you see how the remnants of the Yorubas.
Oba Benin generation, they emptied that place because Ugoton see Gelegele was they feed the Urobo people straight to river. Ugoton straight. They were selling them.
And there's another thing again. There are so many people in that land that doesn't bow down before the Oba, but Oba Benin is forcing them to bow down before him today. Like The people, there are some communities, some area who strong and fight with the Oba, and they denounce the rulership of the Oba, like the people of Owoton, and the remaining remnant of Owoton. Yes.
Okay, so let me also tell you one secret. Your word wait for you. Okay. You see, when they want to sing, they will say, Urobona Wayo. Why they use that word? Urobo people gang up, they run away.
Yes.
So they never told them when they were leaving. So when they wake up and see that Urobo people have run away, they say, oh, Urobona Wayo. Then I said, they want to sing this, they are useless, you know. They said, Benin are good people, that is Ilei Benin, Urobona Wayo, Esan or Sala, because when they want to catch the Esan, they jump into the bush and find their way. You see how they manipulate everything? They turn they turn people against each other. This is evil, this is barbaric.
I am hearing.
They are the fake people, but they tell the generation of that land they are the real. Anytime I think how this useless, miserable bastard Oba Benin sold my generation, Urobo people, I just want to see him in Germany and strip him naked, even push him for the train to just ride on him, that they will not even find his pieces. I hate him with passion. Every night I continue to lay thoughts on him.
Okay.
Every night with my ancestors. I told him, when he don't go on time, he will regret it.
Okay.
Okay, so let me leave you and let me continue to be putting light and love.
Okay, thank you very much.
Because the work you are doing, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you very much.
It's only God.
Thank you. I want to talk about the Oba Ewuare, the history of Oba Ewuare of Benin. Oba Ewuare was the son of Oba, what is their name of their father? Waifiokun. But let me see their name. Not Waifiokun, sorry. Udegbedo was their father. Udegbedo was their father, who gave birth to 4 sons. Out of the 4 sons, none of them have child. They were childless. Only Oba Ewuare. Oba Ewuare sent a younger brother, make come look. Because Oba Ewuare and his brother, what is the name of his brother? Waifiokun. Oba Ewuare and Waifiokun were banished from our lands in what year? In 14th century, Oba Ewuare the first, his name was called Ogun, a Yoruba name, Prince Ogun. This is an Yoruba word, it's a Yoruba name. And Oba Ewuare is not our name. It's from the Yoruba names. And I am not against the Yoruba. We are just trying to let the whole world, I'm trying to let the whole world know our history. So those people who are claiming that the Oba Benin give birth to Yoruba, they should deviate from that lies. I am not a Yoruba man, and I will continue to let the whole world to know the truth about our history. So Oba Ewuare was banished along with his brother because of their atrocity and the evil they are perpetrating, and the ancestors were perpetrating our land. They were banished. So Oba Ewuare succeeded in killing his own brother, cut the head of his younger brother. Then he installed himself as the Oba. After installing himself as the Oba, he said he's going to revenge for his banishment. He's going to revenge why the people of Ile Ibinu banished him, as they are going to pay with their blood. The only way they will revenge is to kill as many as they can kill, because they say we are slaves. You will not do nothing, they will just kill you. So Oba Ewuare fought wars with 201 village towns. It's written here that Oba Ewuare waged war with 201 towns and villages. And I repeat, Oba Ewuare fought wars with 201 great cities. Among the cities, Oba Ewuare fought a war, a brutal war, a very dangerous war. And the history says they will go to your land, they will kill as many as they can kill, they will capture your king. When they fight you, they don't have mercy. They're talking about jihadists. Oba Ewuare was a jihad. They were the jihad because they said they immigrated from Mecca. The style of their rulership was jihad. They were cutting people's heads. Oba Ewuare killed, I see what you said. Oba Ewuare captured 201 towns. The name of the towns, among the name of the town he captured, Ekiti. He captured Ekiti. He captured Ikare. He captured the Kukurukus, which is the Esako. Ika people were massacred and killed. Many of the Ika people were killed during the reign of Oba Ewuare. And the Igbo, many of them were captured as slaves. And on the side of the River Niger, he took their rulers, he captured most of their king and bring them to Benin. So Oba Ewuare started as a killer, genocider, the first, of which this man said he want to be like the first Oba Ewuare. Oba Ewuare history, he said they want to revenge because our people banished him, and now that they have become the Oba, that he will revenge. He started fighting. Who was Oba Ewuare fighting? I'm asking a very simple question today. Those people who are saying that I am wrong, I'm right. This is an history. Oba Ewuare started fighting the people who ran away. The people of the Kukurukus, which is the Shomole place where they come from, they are the Esako. There was never a time Oba Bini gave birth to Esako people. These are all fallacies, lies. The Esako people were the people who ran through the Ibuba rivers. They ran through Ibuba river. You know, these days they were elements. We still have the pictures of our elements. They are so, I don't want to show it here now. Look how they look. Very, oh my God. We suffer so much. The people ran away through the Ibuba river. If you go through the Ibuba river, you are going straight to Eboma. When you cross through Eboma, this river is going towards Aganibode. It's going straight and have branch that go to Sobe. It's rivers. The road God gave to us was river. That was the truth. There's not like say you use lake from here going to land. This anybody who is lying to you, that person must be an ignorance. There was never a time people trek from here with land, lake. How can you trek to that forest? How can you make the road? That is, you are lying to yourself, and you continue to lie to yourself. The movement was through the river. Oba Ewuare captured many cities. Among the cities Oba Ewuare captures were the Ika, the Ukwane, the Ishas, the, what do you call these people? The Kukurukus, the Esako. He fought his way to Ikare, Owo, Ondo, Ekiti, and what is called this name of this place? Ijebu-Ode. The Owojale of Ijebu-Ode is the son of the Oba of Benin. I don't know how to call their title. The king of Ijebu-Ode is the direct son of Oba of Benin. Owojale, I don't know how to call him. Owojale of Ijebu-Ode is the son of the Oba. It was in Ijebu-Ode the Alaafin for you stop the Oba of Benin from moving towards their sides. There was a treaty of the Oba, the Alaafin for you sent his own men to stop the Oba of Benin moving towards his own territory. You know, they were dividing it, you know, they were going. The Benin was just here to, the Ewuare was there to constitute nuisance, killing people, okay? Okay, yes, when the Oba Ewuare become the Oba, he can arrange junctions, Silukoro junction. He can make that place white. He kill many human beings as sacrifice. Can dig charm for ground so that make anybody not fit carry war come meet am, make him die. He go Akpakpava junction. He kill many human beings as sacrifice. These people when they kill for sacrifice, they are not Hausa, they are Igbos. Ika, everything is documented here. Ika, Urobos, our people of the land. See, if you check our history, it's very clear. The Igbos is inside our history. The Igbos were the aboriginal people of our land. We were living together. So the people where he was using as human sacrifice are the people they met in that land. We were running away. They were still going after us to bring us to our knees as a human sacrifice. These are the roads. Then, by doing all those things, they now call him Ogidiga. Because what they have seen him doing was very tough. They have never experienced these things in their lifetime, seeing using a lot of people as human sacrifice. Ogidiga, something very strange we have never seen before. They were using a lot of people for human sacrifice. You know, when this man say he want to become the Oba Ewuare the first, it's a shame. You understand? Yes. See, according to the history now, say anytime he find it difficult for him to fight in people, those people where they oppose him direct, then he have to use strategic. Go use trick, take kill them. If you work for him, he will kill you. If you support him, he go dey happy, but later on he will kill you. That is how the Bobizwa also live today. The people who work with the Bobizwa at the end of the day, they are all useless today. They are nothing, but they need company. They will use you to climb and kill you. You never see anybody who work with Bobizwa say today, person a great person. They will end up miserable all their days of their life. The only way you can grow in our states is when you work with the Aborigines. You see people who work with Oshomole today, Oshomole empower them. The reason why Oshomole did all those things is because Oshomole is an Aborigine. That is the truth, because this blood matters. Because when you say mixed bloods, if you go and do your DNA, you see the percentage of the Aborigine inside you. Sometimes you can have 80% Aboriginal blood, but a situation whereby those Oromian bloods is 80%, and you cannot work with those people because that Oba Ewuare the first blood is dangerous. They are devil. Our blood don't accept them. You will have some people you gave birth to their families. They will be good because the blood, DNA of our ancestor is very peaceful. We're peaceful people. If you think I am lying, now go and marry an Ijaw woman. Go and marry an Ijaw woman today and see what is the outcome. You will have peace. Try and marry a Ijaw woman and see what will be the outcome. You will never have problem with a Ijaw woman the days of your life. You will live peacefully with that woman because these are signs of symbol of our ancient people. The Ijaw people have 99% DNA for our way of our living. They are always peace-loving people. They don't kill, they don't strike. It's when you push them before the war, before their revenge. It's our sign of our people. So by Ewuare, there was sometimes he cannot defeat the people in the open challenge. He have to use trick to destroy his opponent and kill them. Iken, this is the story of Iken. Oba Ewuare was killing. If he look at you are a great man, he will look for one way or the other to kill you. Because this thing have been on from Ife, that anybody from our aborigine who try to grow have to be killed very fast. Because if you don't kill them, they can grow up tomorrow to make something else. That is why I want to use myself as an example today. The Oba Benin is trying all his possible best to kill me. The reason why the Oba Benin want to kill me is because we are doing all these things today. You see, people are not supporting. Some people are supporting, some just little. But by the time you continue, we continue to say this, to preach it, one day, some sections of our people, of our land, will respond, and their action will be disastrous. A lot of things will go. You know, the reason why people are not so much coming out massively to support my movement, our freedom, is because the Oba of Benin is making a lot of sacrifice. The Oba of Benin, they make sacrifice to make sure, say, people not listening. One, to make sure, say, people not think. So make sure, say, our people blame block. So I mean, they don't know their rights. But I want to assure you today, the more the Oba Ewuare is using different juju to weaken us, but we also try to teach our people our history. By the time we know our history, I think all of us, we all want to revolt against this king. You know, this thing have been on for many years. We don't face a revolt before, but they crush us. Just like when you try to protest, Buhari can use military to crush you. That is how they were crushing us before. But today, I know by the Spirit of God and with the support of our ancestors, and I believe I also need the support of our people. If we can have 50 people who are supporting this movement, 50, I think the Oba Benin in next year, January, he will be paralyzed. We don't need 2,000 people to support. If we can have 50 or 100, Oba Benin is gone. So if you check the history of Ewuare the First, this is the history of Ewuare the First, and the first. Oba Ewuare, anytime you see anybody is great, he will use trick, cunning way to kill that person. Oba Ewuare first fought 201 wars. He fight from here go reach Ekiti State, Ado Ekiti. He captured those places, and he pack our people to Ekiti. The name Ado Ekiti, that is how the name originated from. Ado Ekiti. If you go to Ekiti State, they have problem. What they have in that place is called priests, chief priests. Oba Ewuare went to Ekiti, captured Ekiti, packed many of our slaves to that place, and at the end of the day, he installed one of his sons as a king in Ekiti. And if anybody can go to Ekiti and check what I'm saying is lie, there's a problem in Ekiti. One of the kings says is the original king. That the people who migrated from Benin, they met them there. Then the other king said, no, you are priests. You are a chief priest. We will come. I am the king. Go and check it very well. The majority of the people that founded Ekiti were from our state because our population, we're having population. They move us. Oh, by one. If they finish us. So they use us. In those days, in Ondo, some part of Ondo State were just forest. No people live in those places. People were running. Like one of my friends is from Ondo State. He's tried to trace their father history. They came from nowhere and just started existing. The father. Because people were running because of the horror the Obas were committing. We, in our history, we don't know what is called human sacrifice. All these things were being expected. Because if you check in Egypt, they were doing all these things in the Middle East. And the way they remove people's head. We never know all these things. So, anybody who grew, we want to grow up. That's why Igbinedion have big problem with Oba of Benin. Because Igbinedion was a rich man. And it's in our history, in Benin history, is that Ogis Oba, nobody is allowed to be richer than the Oba. That person will be killed. Or you have to run for dear life. You cannot be richer than the Oba. It's a claim that Oba must be number one in everything. Then, there was a man called Ike. This man lived in a place called Uselu. Ike lived in a place called Uselu. Was very powerful, strong, and great man. Ike was a powerful chief at Uselu who opposed to the Oba of Ewuare of Benin. He was opposed to the Oba of Benin, just like today I'm opposed to him. So Oba Ewuare was planning how to kill him, and it was very difficult for Oba Ewuare to kill him. He cannot kill him. So I think I will read this. I will explain this place. Ike was a great warrior and very rich. He was very strong. He was a fighter. He was the richest. He was so rich. Because of Ewuare, whenever they see that this man is very rich, Oba Ewuare was looking for how to kill him. Oba Ewuare made friends with him. Just like what Iyure did the other day, making friends with me on how to take me to Oba Benin so that I should go and die untimely death. That the same thing Oba Ewuare wanted to do, because the first also did the same thing. He always tried to win his enemy and later kill them. You can see this is the history of Ewuare the first. You see Oba, what do you call it, Oba Lukman today. They carry and go inside palace, use something to touch your head. My informant tell me, say they carry and go inside palace, go put something for your head, touch the head. That's of the more 15 he done again for inside palace for the second one we go that day. He will always remain slave to the Oba for his generation. Him and his children will remain slave all the days of their lives. But me and my generation will never be slave to Oba. We will never do that. So this Ike, let me read the story of Ike. So the people of Owo in Ondo State were revolting against the Oba, just like what happened in the Kaland. The people of Owo was revolting. The people of Owo, who are the Owo? The Owo people were the people who ran away from our land to go and find Owo in Ondo State. They were saying, no, we will not allow you to be ruling us. We will be giving you our children as slaves. The people gang up together and said, no, we will not allow this thing to happen again. The people of Owo, they came together and send a message to the Oba of Benin that Ewuare, and they told the Ewuare that you cannot rule us again. This is where our ancestors run from. We will still continue giving our children to you as slaves for human sacrifice, selling them to the white men, and a lot of things were going on. They said no, they will not accept those rubbish. They will not accept it. They rejected the rulership of the Oba. Ewuare the first. Then the Oba of Benin summoned a meeting and said that Iken must go and fight the people of Owo. I think the Yoruba people still have the history. The place where or Iken was buried is in Owo. This is our history. Then this is Ewuare history. It's too much. It's too many. I beg. So when Iken was sent for war to go and fight in a war, present day Ondo State, when they send Iken go, they may go fight. Then the first son of Oba Ewuare was looking for how to kill Iken. He sent his first son, Koboyuwa, to go and act as Dainiken, as an interim to Iken, to look over that kingdom of Iken. So Koboyuwa was the name to act as his deputy. Idai Niken had to Selo until Iken will return back. So when Iken reached Owo, Iken defeated the people of Owo in Ondo State. After the massive defeat of the people of Owo, they carry their children, carry their wives. But those people, only God know where they carry those Oduduwa come from. This one we're talking about the Yoruba place now, the Yoruba part of it. I think the Yoruba people, they are watching me. Then when they reach Owo, if you are from Owo, if I'm lying, you call me. When they reach Owo, they fight. Between weeks, they capture Owo. As they can capture Owo, then they capture their women, their children. They pack all of them for inside canoe. They pack them go via river for Benin. Can't stay because the Oba Benin already go do charm. They don't see and say if he go, he must die. They do something make he go die for there. As he can don't succeed, he don't win, they don't pack many of their captives as slaves. Go Benin. He can't stay. Say yes, nothing they happen. Overnight, now the Owo people regroup. They surrender Iken. They kill and cut the head. They kill and cut the head. When Oba Benin hear this news, he was very happy. He's so happy. As he hear the news, say Iken don't die. Then he can put his son Koboyuwa as the head of Iken, Dainiken for Iken Palace for Oselu. Now Iken, he get that palace. Not that the palace is big. To show you, say the king, that Iken was a very warrior, strong. You see the palace till tomorrow, a very big palace. You see, so Iken will take happen. So Ikoboyiwa, so after Ike dispatch in slaves, the slaves they capture. When they come your land that time, they capture your people. That's they carry women and children when they want to use as slaves. And then they don't pack them come out. Ike no goku no magule. They see in our parable. We cannot goku no magule or goku no magule. And I have this man they sing that music okay. Or Ike no goku no magule. He know how to fight, but he don't know how to run. the Owo people kill him. They cut the head off. So as Ike not get child, as Ike have no surviving son, and Koboyiwa became his heir. Ever since Koboyiwa was the son of Ewuare, the first son, Koboyiwa become a Dainiken. Ever since, if Oba Benin have a first son, they will take the son to what do you call it, a Daiken. That one will become a Daiken Uselo. Ike owns that place, that Uselo. So today we talk about Ike's story. Tomorrow we will still continue from how the Koboyiwa, the first two of his children died the same day. Waiting make them die, and how Bayawite reacts. So let me forget about the story. So this one, I talked two stories today. Ike story. So now, my brother, my sisters, I want to talk about Eddie Murphy. If you check the history of Ewuare, you see the style where they take the rulers. They go, if they see you be strong man, they will make friend with you. You will have nothing to benefit from them. They will kill you. You see, Oba look my eye. Oba look my eye, just go there as in a servant to Oba. He will fight in death. He will do this one. The Bible says, what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Me, my name is going to remain in history. The legacy I leave is forever. Good names is better than riches. I have good names. So nobody can come out today talk say, this boy na thief. Na so he thief this one money. Na so he do this one. Na so na he keep us. And na so all this evil. I don't compromise with evildoers. Today, I want to tell Eddie Murphy to go and read the history for Ewuare the first. They will never allow people to grow. You have to be under them for your generation. But Eddie Murphy, you have nothing to benefit from Oba Palace. They only use you. I swear in the name of God, I am the one who make the Oba to call you. I swear with my generation. It was because of me, the way I started attacking the Oba. That is why the Oba being called Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy he know these things today. He wants just to be bouncing. This. Well, no problem. So many other days for us to see. I am a man who always stands on the side of the good of our people. Eddie Murphy, I advise you to go and check the history very well. The Oba Benin will always use you, and you will end up being a caricature chief in Oba Palace. So we will continue to use our time to teach about our history. Today we were able to teach about the Daiken and the evil of the Obas. We are talking about Oba Wafiokun, Oba Egbika, Oba Ugwola, Oba Ehemihe, Oba Ohe, Oba Prince Ogun, Oba Ewuare the first, We have been teaching all those history little by little. We are teaching it for our people to understand that these people don't mean well for us, and they were even lying to us that one of Oba give birth to Robo. So Robo people are very happy today. They are happy to anywhere you live today that there was never a time Oba give birth to you. You were a Zobos. You understand? Zobos was a sacrifice. So they come to be. And I'm still telling the Robo people today to know that that land, which the Oba Benin say is his land, is being owned by the Robos and the Jos and the Igbos. Because if you check the history, the Igbos, some of the Oba children were fighting in the Igbo land, killing them. I will name those Oba. They started killing them. They were taking them because they sold the highest slaves. The people who were mostly sold to the slave were the Igbos. Because the Oba Benin descended to the extent of going to River State, very close to Abia and Imo State, and this place called Ogba and Bonny Island. The bite of Benin is from Akwa Ibom State to Lagos. This river is very long stretch. The trade activities in human persons were being supervised by the Oba of Benin. So I think it is time we have to know how all those people rule us those days. And the Oba of Benin doesn't have anything. Don't have any power. He's a powerless man. He's an evil man. I have power in the realms more than the Oba of Benin. But the truth of the matter is, something is going on. I have to tell you today. The Oba of Benin is using millions of nairas to do voodoos, to make sure that the people doesn't revolt against him. And he's also doing some human sacrifice. You can see the other day, they just take a full cow, put in a gun junction. People started going to the place and eating the cow, cutting it. Everybody they go there, they carry the cow, they cut and come out. A whole full cow for some mobile roads. Now what native doctor tell them making do, na do be that one. Every time. Now sacrifice. Now they do. But I want to promise the Oba of Benin, I will become history in our land. I will make sure that our people wake up. Those land where they sell, my prayer to our ancestors to bring a government who will stop you from doing all these things. Because our people still live in America, live in UK and Italy. Some of our people, they are old, 60 years, 50-something years. We're supposed to come back home. But the companies who will get for our states, none of us is allowed to access it. Only the Oba of Benin. If we know job full room, you can even access. If you know job room, you prepare to come and work for Coca-Cola, they never accept them. These are the Aboriginal people of our land. They never accept. Somebody will come from Ife. Then they preside over the affair for our people. Can we continue to live like this all the days of our life? I want to use this opportunity to thank our brother. I thank you so much, our brother who live in UK. I never see chance to call you a pa. You send money, come that they say, make a write letter to Nigeria. I am so much happy. So I want to tell you, sir, that I want to write 4 letters. Even though about me the listing, I am writing a letter to the presidency, to the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Even though Nigeria corrupt or not corrupt, the letter have to be put before the president, and the acknowledgement copy, I have to have it. I must have it. The presidency will know, see the Oba Benin, see the atrocity when they commit. That is number 1. Number 2, I'm writing a letter to the Inspector General Police, and I will send it, and it will be stamped from Germany here, not from Nigeria. This letter will go from Germany straight to the Inspector General of Police, and also sent from here to Commissioner of Police. and the National Assembly, 4 letters. I know all these things will cost big money. Now only one person I come out come support. I want, and I also advise me, some people say donate. My account number there. If you go anywhere you want to put the money, any money you want to support, the account number there. If you get any small thing, go definitely do local to the internet house. If na Ria they send money to bank, put the account for there. If you don't know, write me for my WhatsApp number. What we are saying is that we want our children to have future, because what the Oba Benin is doing is very bad. It's barbaric. Some village where the Oba Benin no fit penetrate, it will sponsor talks. Ayis go that village, they will beat the elders, they will scatter their house, drive them come out for the village. Then they will install themselves as onhen priests. Now so the Oba Benin they operate. Can we continue to allow this type of things to exist in 21st century? Where you know your history. Bob Marley said, don't forget your history or your destiny. In the abundance of water, the fool is tasting. That's what Bob Marley talk for the boss. When people just play and they dance, they don't know what he talk. Say, make you not forget your history. Your history is your part of your destiny. Say, fool. You can't go river, you go see the hungry for water. Now you will see in the abundance of water, the food will be tasty. You will see the taste of water. So all this fight what they try to fight now, I'm backing up with our history. And I want to tell you today that there was never a time where all those juju take keep us. Never, it have never happened. So if they fear to support, I stand before God Almighty and the God of our ancestors. No juju can happen to you. Anything you have in mind, please support us. Let us, first of all, before we go into self-defense, because government will ask us, say, where we do our courage? Do you inform the president? Do you inform the Senate? Because if we strike now, they will call us terrorists or call us different type of names. Because we want to be peace-loving and peace-abiding people. We want to follow the rule of law in the beginning. So we will have the federal government is aware of our action, so that we cannot be fool like that. So so I use this opportunity to tell you today, say all those juju, make example for you. I was trained as a native doctor in 1984 to 1994, 10 years. If somebody, well, my field of qualification was Oracle and protection. Some people come and say, oh, they want to do medicine for cutlass, for gun. Some people they do business. They say they want to do business medicine for their business, maybe they stuff for the move. Some people will come and say they eat for dream. They don't know how they want to stop all these things. These were my feet. Some people say they never hear from their children for abroad for many years. They want to hear from their children. All those things were the things I was into when I learned from my organ hands. And these things, I want to tell you one secret concerning those native doctor work. You know, so you will go plug the leaf, and sometimes now woods you peel, then you can put some necessary ingredient or materials, either you grind them or you pour water for inside. But most of the time, those wood where you go pluck, where you go peel and the leaf, not be the things they work, but you get a thing with a mark for body. Now that one, now they work. Anything where you use your mouth to talk, that thing will continue to work. Anything you do, will work. Because this thing, the power they come from the person. That is the power we will get that time. Anything we put our hand on will work. You know me say you must go pluck leaf wey dey the whole bush. So today, I still believe myself, and I give thanks to God Almighty for bringing me out in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah. So we will continue to use our platform to enlighten our people, tell them a little more about our history, educate them. So those one who are thinking that the Oba of Benin is their gods, the Oba of Benin is just here for one purpose: to sell our land and to initiate us to a court. If you go to Oba Palace, they only have two functions. One, to sell land. Two, to initiate you into a secret society. And they are doing this thing today. The government are watching. Can we continue to be slaves all the days of our life? That is a question I'm asking our people. We are still in 21st century. You will see people, some Benin people will still come out in Europe and say that they are slaves of the Oba. And if you call them slaves, they will be angry. But they will use their own maths to say that they are slaves. So what I have for you today, I want to assure you 100% that the charms the Oba Benin is doing will not work. Ewuare is an enemy of woman. A man who married a woman killed his wife, and he killed the mother-in-law. He killed mother-in-law, he killed his own wife. The spirit of those women when killed, and the spirit of a married mother, and a lot of spirits, they are the one inside me today, entering me. I'm not regretting anything, and I want to tell our people that those videos I'm doing today, they are on YouTube. And anywhere you see the Oba family, the children of this Oba, and you continue to look at them, that these are the sons of Pharaohs, sons and daughters of Pharaohs. So I want to tell you today, while I forget, you need to clean yourself from the curse of our lands. We are cursed people. We are cursed. If you see any of our people, we get money, between few years, the old money will scatter. Our land is cursed. I am the one who can renounce that curse. But people are still blind. Some people will call me on the phone and say, I hope Oba Benin will hear say they call her. They go see the fear for inside phone. So my people, I am happy today. The reason why I'm happy, because I have good heads. I'm okay, I'm fine. But I still use the opportunity to still call on you to support me financially. We need to write more letters. In the beginning, let us first of all brief the whole world and let the whole world knows our pains. By the time we are able to spread this, so my people, you know, to make me comment in the nights. If you want to do something, make the thing work fine. Now middle of the night, 12 midnight, 1 o'clock, the thing will. So the spirits, everything they move midnight, move around the night. So today I'm doing this video night. They say this thing is working, and our ancestors are happy with me. I'm so happy with you also. Please, I urge you to support us and let us be free from Pharaoh. Because your children will never have a land to call their home again. Because if you don't support me now, and let us put more pressure on our government to make sure that Ewuare or whatsoever, they are aware, so that they can just arrest him. Because the Oba of Benin is not above the law, because they have killed so many souls. Nobody is above the law. So we want to use the ambit of the law as a protest to make sure that the whole world will know what we are fighting for. That is our rights. And there's a thing, the one thing I want to tell you now. Lucky Ebo from Anambra State who was killed, up to now, I have never seen anybody who have come out to say, oh, let us take this matter. It's an Igbo man, but the death, Oba Benin just bring out money to cover the debt. I think the Igbo people have to also know that an injury to one is an injury to all. I am not fighting for myself. If I want to fight for myself, I will call Oba Palace and collect money. I will not talk again. I'm also expecting the Igbo people to come out. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Okay, so talk well.
Well, good day, sir. Sir, that lucky they kill. Wait, sir.
Now that lucky make me cause.
No Igbo man don't send money come say this our brother where they kill. What he will do? Say make we fight, make we carry this matter. Yes, go for it. No Igbo man don't ever send money. They just quiet.
Yes. That lucky self. He get Igbo forum where I won't get in contact with them. For Anambra there, for TRWI.
Yes.
Make them go this investigation very well.
Yes.
Make them go to know as they kill that lucky, what thing happen.
Yes.
Why they kill the guy. Even many of our people don't die aware of this case. But not be saying that I go just talk everything. So I go phone I go phone them. So this Anambra forum, they go work out this worker to go and get very, very the right source as they take everything happen where they take this our brother.
Yes.
So for contribution, we say no problem. I must
go down. Sir, you get what I want to talk, sir.
Our people.
I get what I want to talk, sir. See, you know, see that lucky. The people of Anambra, we all know, say they are. We are all one. We migrated from one place. That we have one ancestor. If you go check the DNA, now one DNA we get. Now the two DNA that you take know. The white men know they know us more than we know ourselves. Through our DNA, they know where we come from. They know us. So, you see that lucky. The way they kill the lucky, according to information we reach me, the lucky, they are aware of the secrets of the Oba and the deputy Oba. You see, Lucky is the personal assistant, personal police assistant to the Oba. So all those killings, those guns, where they carry, they go outside. Now Lucky and in charge of armory for Oba Palace, because they get where they keep gun for inside there. Now Lucky they release those guns out. Get many information we Lucky know about the Oba. So now where the deputy Oba is scared of Lucky. And at the deputy Oba house, now they for shooter. Not be only one they there. They don't kill anybody. They shoot Lucky, kill him to death. They don't even kill anybody. As people crowd reach for that day, now only Lucky they kill. So now, why we say they go kill Lucky? They don't kill deputy Oba, they don't kill Tony Kabaka, they don't kill the rest. Now only Lucky they can't kill for there. What is the brain behind all these things?
Nobody plan that killing.
Yes.
Nobody plan that killing. Now what me be that? So what will happen? So if I don't send this our Anambra brothers, I don't think with the case for them. Let them know what will happen. But exactly this thing where they talk, if now say happen, make sure that nobody plan the killing because of the secret where the lucky know.
Yes.
And nobody must hear a very, 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 very hard. You go hear our people say, oh yeah, I know there. Oh yeah, I know there means say you go hear them. So if Oba Benin just kill, we not get anybody to lose. You need person.
They don't even announce them. See, what did they surprise me? Say they don't even announce them out. Say it's what did they call and say Oba Lucky die you. He died for Baba handle. They don't even announce and they just cover them up. They just carry millions of naira, they cover them up. And Igbo people, no Igbo people even talk. All of you are quiet.
They're just quiet because as you talk, so no make me hear them. They don't ask anything. But people where you get Igbo people for that those states, we get our own Igbo people who still be there with the union people. So this case, now from Anambra, I go talk to them, they go find out everything as over that lucky because of say luck maybe don't capture some things where over they do for that the balance will be evil. So now waiting be that. So that is Nigeria now. That is a zoo. It's a place they go with person can just so far get money go bribe they don't go.
What did surprise me? We say a whole police officer. If Oba Abini can even kill a police officer, that is what about the common civilian? A policeman on duty was shot dead.
Imagine. Look at this. That's why Nigeria is somehow. I don't know what.
No, this nothing have to do with Nigeria. The Oba of Benin. If this thing happened in the old New Ife Palace? God forbid. I think the whole Nigeria news will carry on. But where the thing happen for Oba Palace? The killings where they take place for Oba Palace, they know they announce are out.
They see, and I'll be waiting with the talk. Many things, bad things, they happen for that country. They know they talk out. Very bad thing. Waiting no supposed to happen, they happen. They go private TV station, they go private that one. Even the commissioner of police itself, okay, as a policeman, this thing happen. You will be commissioner of police, will be the all this problem. Why can't you, at least, this thing, we must know how this thing happen. You must bring it.
You know why they talk. This is the why I'm talking. Why they talk something because. See, this time around, you see our governments, they look, I'm saying they know they look, they act sometimes, so, understand, so they act. The Sultan of Sokoto was dethroned by Abacha. They dethroned him, and they dethroned Sultan of Sokoto. Even they even dethroned one king for Ondo. They even dethroned some king for Bayelsa now, River. They dethroned them. You see, this about Benin. Is what they call it. Is a stupid man and it's a stupid Oba. Nobody is respecting him before anymore again because I believe what we need to do now is for us to write a petition. Don't say because Fulani man. Not say this. We have to write a petition to the Inspector General Police Office, to the department. What do you call it? There are some offices. We need to write petition because he was serving as a police officer. Where they shoot him for chest and kill him. And Oba Abini have to come and explain.
Yes, he must explain. I will even for the commissioner by myself for this boy where they kill, this police officer where they kill for because of Oba Blanket. Even that cheating one you get one of our Igbo guy will be something police something those states self. The guy said I go even phone him. I go let her know. But the main thing I go phone our phones for Anambra State for name. So
what I'm saying is that the Igbo people have to also cannot just allow their brother to just die like that, say nobody even talk. See the Oba Abini is so powerful, just kill somebody, nobody will talk. Up till now, no news have announced it. They just use money to cover everything up. Why they never announce them for press? Why they not allow pressmen to carry even Vanguard news? No news carry them. Now only me be the only news we can carry them out.
Now what thing they happen where they say we won't separate? Nigeria is evil. Oba don't cover up.
What I'm trying to say now is that these deaths have to be investigated. We believe
must be investigated.
Well,
if a policeman they kill like that, commissioner of police of those states, he did there, he no fit up. The other
now the Oba of Benin, now they involve this. This is not have to do with Nigeria.
We understand very well. We understand. But that guy.
Thank you, my brother.
Make everything know. So
thank you,
my brother. God bless you.
Thank you. I'm going offline. I thank you, my brothers and sisters. God bless you. And thank you, and till we meet again.